Hi everybody, it's Teacher Sarah and Teacher Sal.
Hi.
And today we're going to be talking about Noah and his ark.
Oh, that really burns me up.
What burns you up, Grandpa?
Well, I was down at the grocery store, and the people treat me bad. I don't like the way they treat old people.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Well, I was down at the grocery store, and I'm picking up my pistachio cheese fries.
Wait,
and
pistachio cheese fries?
never mind. I'm trying to bare my soul to you.
Okay.
Okay. I know it sounds weird.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very good.
Okay,
at all.
but never mind.
Gross.
Anyhow, I was down at the grocery store and I saw a sign and it told about a really cool contest. And I thought, well, it's down at the community center, and I happened to mention it to the cashier that I was interested in the contest.
Okay.
And then I suddenly heard these snickering behind me, and I'm like, and it was these kids. They thought it was funny that I wanted to enter the contest. They were making fun of me, saying, I'm too old, and I'm too weak, and I'll never do it. Do you think that's true?
No, I don't think it's true. I think you can totally do the contest. You know, Noah actually had a bunch of people say some mean things to him and make fun of him and say he couldn't do it, but he ignored them and he did it anyways.
So, what did he do? Did he give up?
No, he didn't give up. He listened to God and God had his back and he did what he was supposed to do.
You know what? You're right. I shouldn't let the fact that other people don't believe in me from keeping me from believing in me. Because you know why?
What?
God believes in me.
He does. All right, Grandpa, you go and you go rock that contest.
I am. I'm going to give it my best shot.
Good.
Hey.
Wait. What contest is it?
Oh, it's exciting. It's upside down yodeling. You see, you stand on your head and then you have to yodel the theme song to SpongeBob SquarePants. But I'm good at this.
Oh, okay. All
Okay.
right. Go have
I'm gonna go
fun.
practice. Like break a leg or a hip. Okay, bye.
Don't break a hip.
Okay.
Bye, Grandpa. Bye. Okay, so anyways, we're going to be talking about Noah. And long ago, back when Noah was around, the people on earth decided not to listen to God anymore. They chose to be hurtful and mean and lie and do wrong and not any good. And it made God very sad. And he decided he was going to start over. But he did decide to save a man named Noah because Noah was good. And him and his family believed and obeyed God. Noah was kind, honest, and hardworking.
Really? Well, yeah. You know, God loved Noah so much that He says, "I'm gonna, do this thing where there's gonna be rain for 40 days and 40 nights, and it's gonna flood the earth." But He says, "I'm gonna spare you, your family. All you have to do is obey me. Listen, I need you to build this giant ark, and I'll tell you exactly how to build it. I want you to put one window and only one door on one side." And then he got his sons together, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, and they worked very, very hard for very many days. They cut and sawed and bent and nailed, and even though they were obeying God, people told them that they were foolish and made fun of them. Yeah, and they said, "We are going to obey God."
They did. Now, God told Noah, you need to bring 2 of every animal into the ark. 1 boy, 1 girl. Every creature that walks, crawls, hops, flies. You need to put them on the ark and get enough food for all of them and your family. Once more, Noah did everything that God asked him to do. And his neighbors still laughed and they still made fun of him. They still called him crazy, mean things, but he paid no attention to them, and he did what he was supposed to.
When the ark was finally finished, Noah's family climbed in, and they watched all the animals get on board the ark. There was lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Okay. And there were bears and parrots and sheep and deer and mice and turtles and pigs. Well, you get the idea. There was every animal. 2 by 2. They all entered the ark at different times. And after the animals were finally inside, God closed the doors, and then guess what happened? It began to rain.
The skies got super dark. There was thunder and lightning and so much rain. And soon there was water taller than all the houses, and taller than all the trees, and taller than all the mountains. For 40 days and 40 nights it rained and rained and rained, and the whole earth was covered in water. But Noah's ark, it sailed away, and they were safe and sound in the ark. Okay.
At last, the rain finally stopped. The ark had to sail on because there was still so much water. There was no place to get out. So they were still trapped in the ark for 150 more days together. Kind of like we're waiting at home under quarantine. But they trusted in God. They waited and waited. And then finally, the ark rested on top of a high mountain, the mountain of Ararat. And he knew it was over, so he ran around so gleeful. He's like, "Everybody, wake up! It's over! It's over! The rains are over. We're going to be saved." But he knew that he had to still wait, so he sent out a dove to go and see if there was more land. And the dove went out, and 7 days later came back, and nothing. So he waited another 7 days, and he sent out the dove, and this time he came back with a branch in his mouth of an olive tree. So he's like, "Oh my gosh, that's good news." And then he sent the dove out again. And this time the dove didn't come back at all. So the dove must have found a place to finally land. And he knew that it was safe, that we could get out of the ark. And that was it.
All right. So God finally told Noah, it is time. It is time for you and your family and all the animals to get off the ark and go back all over the world and do what you guys need to do. And once the ark was empty, Noah and his family built an altar, and they thanked God for keeping them safe. And it ended up being a long year at sea, but God heard their prayers, and he took care of Noah. He was so happy with Noah, and Noah was thankful, and God did something very special for Noah.
Yes, that we see today, because there was a beautiful rainbow that appeared in the sky right after that long rainstorm. And God blessed Noah and his family. He said, "This rainbow is going to be a sign to you that never again will the world ever be destroyed by flood. After every single rainfall, I promise I will make this beautiful, colorful rainbow in the sky so that you remember the promise that I made to you today. A promise that to every living creature, that from this day on, whenever a rainbow appears in the sky, we'll remember the promise that God made to Noah."
Isn't that so cool? Even next time it rains, look outside. See if you can find a rainbow. God is still keeping his promises, and
Yes.
that is so cool. What do you think we bring Grandpa out here? Grandpa? Hey!
I was so excited listening to the story.
Good. I'm glad. Did you like it?
Oh, it's one of my favorite stories, and so appropriate now because we're all staying at home.
We are staying at home. Must be kind of like how Noah and his family felt, huh?
Oh, yes, they had to stay home much longer. But they knew that God had a promise.
Yeah. Do you remember how long it rained?
Oh, it was a long time. It was like 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah, that's over a month.
Wow.
Of rain. A whole month plus some of rain and thunderstorms.
Yeah, they couldn't go out and play.
No, they couldn't. And then once the whole earth was flooded, they had to wait for the water to go down. Do you remember how long it took for the water to get
Right,
down?
yes, they knew it was over, but they had to wait. So it was another, 150 days they were sailing on that ship
150 extra days. That's right.
with all the animals.
With all the animals. But did they run out of food?
Oh, no. God told them exactly what to do, and he provided.
Yeah, and they listened to God versus the neighbors, right?
Yes, they thought they were crazy and foolish and made fun of them. Oh, just like those kids were making fun of me.
That's right. But we aren't going to listen to those people, are we?
No, I believe in God, and God believes in me.
That's right, Grandpa. So, thank you for coming and helping us out, Grandpa. You have fun with your contest.
Oh yes, I'm practicing.
Oh, good. All right, you have fun with your contest. I'm Teacher Sarah. This is Grandpa. That's Teacher Sal. And we'll see you later.